Hey guys, chapter 1 here. It's the start of trade with the Avengers. Older Toy Toshinari Toshinari Mirai Shield Provo. It's been years, about 15 years now, and it's time to start my trade with the Avengers that are still alive from the snap. They are friends with my dad, so they're going to teach me to be their successor, to be one of them, so I don't use my main powers. So they are going to give me their powers. I am so excited. Oh, Dad is calling me. I have to go. They are here. They are all here. I went to the room and saw everyone. I smiled and just ran up to Captain America and hugged him. He is my favorite hero, and Iron Man is my second favorite hero of America. Are you ready to train, Tony? Said Captain America. I smiled and shook my head. Yes. He smiles and told the guys it was time to train so I can be a fighting for their powers. We went to the training room area of the house, and the heroes were shocked at what that All Might had the training room for them to use. I smiled and looked at them, and they looked at me, and I gave a signal to let's get training. They all smiled and agreed to start training. We got to the first part of training. It was fighting Natasha. I was shocked to fight a woman, but I did not show it, so me and her got in the circle to fight, and me and her got into a stance. We looked at each other, and gave this Steve said this go. We went to each other and not to use uh, not to not knowing each other. None of us were backing down. I was fighting on offense and she was fighting on defense. None of us was going to lose this fight. When it came to me, I never used my quirks in a battle. I used my fist and a leg or two, but not my quirks. We were both getting tired when we just let it be a draw. The others were shocked, but I could match to Natasha, and that we were not using quirks or power. I smiled, I smiled at Natasha, and she wrapped her arms around me. Good fight, kid, she said. I was shocked a hero like her said that to me. I smiled and said, "Thank you, mentor." She smiled and told the others, "Let's continue of his training to be better vessel for our powers." I smiled and looked at them. There was time for Captain America to teach me how to use his shield. I was shocked he wanted me to use his shield. I looked at him like he was crazy, and we laughed at that. So he gave me his shield and told me how to use it. So I threw it like he said, and it worked, and it came back to me like he said. He told me to throw it at those dummies and see what happened. So I did, and it shocked me how powerful the shield is. I was looking and caught the shield and tried to give it back to Captain America, but he said to me, "Keep it, my boy. It is now yours to hold in like a torch." I was shocked. He gave me his shield. He gave up his shield to me. Then it was time to form. It was time. Me. It was me and Thor. He told me to try and pick up his hammer. I tried and it was light as a feather. He smiled at me and told. He smiled at me and told me to try and use it. So I did, and it worked. He smiled and spoke. "Take my hammer and use it when you become a pro hero, songbird," said Thor. I smiled and looked at the next person I will be working with. That was Wanda. She smiled and told me, "It's time to train, little dove. So let's go." So I followed her and we went to train. "I have to give you my powers so we can train," said Wanda. "Will it hurt?" I said. "No, it will not hurt," said Wanda. So she gave me her powers and I smiled. When it was done, I looked at myself and thought it was weird with the power flowing through me. She smiled, reassuring me that I will be fine. I looked at my and spoke. "Let's get this train on." She smiled and we did the train. Then it was time to do train with Hawk. He smiled and gave me a spare bow and arrow and showed me how to use it. I started to use mine and he smiled. When the train was done with him, it was time to train with Hulk. I was not scared would be fun. So I went to him and we started our train. It was so cool and he did not hurt me in the fight. Then when we were done, it was time to train with Loki. I know what you are thinking. What is he going to teach me? Well, let's find out. The next part, let's see what happened.